Hey guys, it's Fred. Thanks for joining me. Run across this video. We'll stop this one as we're going along because it gets interesting. It's borderline. We'll see here.
Father suing Fountain Police, accusing them of improperly arresting him during a child welfare check. Tonight, 13 Investigates has the body camera video showing officers pulling the father from his home, allegedly without a warrant.
Investigative reporter Quinn Ritzdorf is live from the Fountain Police Department after speaking with the father today. Quinn.
This lawsuit stems from the 77th police welfare check at Kyle Fisher's home in the last year and a half. Police records show
77th welfare check. Remember that.
That most of those calls came from the children's mother. But the night Fisher was arrested, it was a neighbor who asked for a welfare check.
Before we go on, 77 welfare checks come in from the mother. They're going through a divorce, and she's made 77 complaints. Now, he says this complaint come in from a neighbor. Is that suspicious? Was it really a neighbor? Or is it a neighbor friend of the mother? See, that's something you would have to look at. Because once the police get there, it turns into what looks to me like contempt of cop. The cops didn't get their way, and it's escalated. It goes to the next level. But let's go on.
This is the night that Kyle Fisher accuses Fountain police officers of illegally arresting him. This incident is at the center of a federal lawsuit arguing that officers didn't have...
Did you see the officer beating on the door? Now, the gentleman's coming to the door. The wood door was open, the main door. It was only the screen door that was shut, and he's beating on it. There he is. He comes to the door for him. How long he's been beaten, we don't know. I can't say, but it looks like he's come to the door.
Have the legal authority to pull Fisher from his home and arrest him.
Oh, you understand me? I'm dealing with my kids.
After getting weekly calls from the mother of Fisher's children, Fountain PD only came out for welfare checks at the home at the direction of a supervisor.
Nothing came about with these welfare checks. It's just a custody dispute, someone calling on me, you know what I mean? It's just, probably a leg up for him.
Then on October 1st, a neighbor called 911 for a welfare check.
My daughter and I continuously hear a child screaming like bloody murder for over an hour.
Fountain police officers Marcus Howard and Jonathan Kay knocked on his door asking for a welfare check.
After 76 wellness checks, I was just tired of going.
76 wellness checks, nothing's happened. In 76 wellness checks, no charges. I would be tired also. There should be a log, something on the log there. It says this couple's going through a custody dispute. That we've been here 76 times. We have found nothing.
Through that, and I said, you don't need to come in my house this time. And I think that's when it became a battle amongst men. And
it's called contempt of cop. He may call it a battle amongst men, but to a police officer, they wanted to come in, or they wanted him to come out, or whatever it is, but it turned into a contempt of cop. He didn't do as he was asked.
I closed the door, and he banged even louder.
Body camera footage shows an officer reach into the house, pull Fisher onto the porch, and arrest him before searching his home.
Out my house! You know what? Yo, get out my house! What are you doing? What are you doing this to me for? What are you doing this to me for?
Now, guys, this is your Gestapo. This is Germany, Nazi Germany. There was absolutely no reason to escalate this to this level. The man come to the door. He's standing there talking. Calm down, officer. What's the problem here? Sorry to bother you. We know we've been here before 76 times. But we've got another call. And this one's not from the wife. This is from somebody else. We just want to check the children and we'll be on our way. But did he do that? No. He escalated it. The officer escalated it by reaching into the house and pulling the fella out. Now, he wasn't running for a gun. He wasn't trying to slam the door on the officer. He simply stepped back up into his house, and the officer said, okay, we'll see here, or whatever he said, and grabs him and pulls him out, takes him to the ground and cuffs him.
Fisher is now asking for at least $100,000 to settle his case, which alleges 8 civil rights violations by Fountain PD. An obstructing a peace officer charge against Fisher was dropped 3 days after his arrest. The Fountain Police Department says it won't comment on the lawsuit.
The attack on the police officer, assault on a police officer charge that they had placed against him was dropped. Because if you saw the same video I saw, you never seen this fella ever assault the police officer. They grabbed him, pulled him to the outside, took him to the ground.
Reporting live from the Fountain Police Department.
Once again, you know, they're there to answer a call. They've got a reasonable reason to be there. They've received a 911 call, check on the children, no problem. But there's a way to go about it. You can tell the fella is frustrated. He's had 76 calls, welfare checks. He's frustrated. He's aggravated with his wife. Every time he's got custody of the children, she's calling the police. You know, if you've been there 76 times and there's no reason to have been there, you'd think that they would have charged her with falsely reporting an incident, and that would have put a stop to these calls that they're receiving. Just because this guy is human, gets fed up with 77 calls now, and is disrespectful, if you want to call it that, to the police, they take the law into their own hands and say, hey, contempt of cop, let's take them to jail. Can't do that, guys. We can't do that. It's got to stop. It's Fred. Please like, subscribe, and share. Let's make a change, people.